introverts don't make good speakers. I disagree. I think like when you say something like that, it's like you're excusing like half the population from public speaking. Oh, hi guys, I am Khadija and this is the AUN Public Speaking Club.
Hello, I'm Fatima and I'm also for the AUN Public Speaking Club. And we're speaking about some myths here.
Public speaking myths that we disagree with. So we're going to start with memorization is the answer. I disagree. Memorization is not the answer. Because it's like when you cram what you're going to say, when you cram your speech, first off, there's no personality when you're talking. It's just like coming off, like, I can't explain it.
Being a robot.
Yeah, you're a robot. Like, what are you doing that? No personality. And it's like, in such situations, when you forget something, you completely lose it. Like, you can't go back on track unless, usually you have to feel like you have to go back from the beginning. Yeah.
And let me just speak about expert speakers have no anxiety. Well, I disagree with this. Well, some people say when you're an expert, you don't get nervous when presenting or public speaking or what. Well, that doesn't go in contact with this. To me, if you're an expert, you might let me just use this word. You might fuck up one day. Yeah, you might be more especially if you have overconfidence. If you are so overconfident, I also had I experienced it before. I was really happy. I was given a debate to do, and when I went on stage, I was getting too nervous. And I'm an expert in public speaking. But when the moment I went on stage, I was too nervous. And when I hold the mic, my voice was shaking. And I couldn't do anything. So experts do also have these challenges of anxiety. They do.
And then there's introverts don't make good speakers. I disagree. I think like when you say something like that, it's like you're excusing like half the population from public speaking. I don't know. You can't like base how good a person is going to be in public speaking because of what like their private preferences are. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the best public speakers are introverts actually. So, yeah.
And let me speak about this. Avoid eye contact. Well, how can we avoid eye contact? Do you think it's right when you're having public speaking and you avoid eye contact with the person? Let me tell you something. Whenever you're having a public speaking and you are having an eye contact with people around you or the audience, then that makes them understand more better what you're speaking about. But if you don't have eye contact with them, let's say, for example, you're looking at the wall or the heads, that doesn't give them more attention to you. But if you do look directly to their eyes, they really pay attention to what you're saying about. So yeah, I think these are just a little bit we're gonna speak about. So
Maybe that's more like to share.
Like
Eye contact. Why should we actually keep eye contact?
me personally, when I'm not looking at anyone in the audience, I forget what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
I'm unable to actually give in my all.
And you feel like you're not passing the information to them. The right information.
You're talking to the wall.
Yeah. It's like you're not communicating with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. When people are presenting AUN, most of the time, I notice that they just get their slides and they just keep reading the slides. My instructors have told me multiple times that slides are visual aids. They just help the audience to visually understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to fully convey what you know from the slides, from your head and explain well, with eye contact, on the stage and all that. Talk about just reading the slides. What do you feel about that?
I think that also that's like similar with the memorization is key. Like, I don't know, it makes you a robot. You're just reading off what is on the slide. And then you don't get to connect with your audience. Connection is really important when you're speaking. So you don't get to connect with your audience. And then again, no personality. We're trying to get people to actually listen to us. And yeah.
That's beautiful. So shout out to us.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure you all have been staring at this beautiful work of art behind us.
And
shout out to Mr.
Emmanuel Olowa. So really, thank you for this artwork.
Yeah.
And he's really on Instagram. If you really need this kind of artwork,
Instagram will be somewhere on the screen.
Yeah.